Hello, this is Mrs. Wooten. I'm your trigonometry teacher. I want to take you through the homework for this course. First, let me say that you absolutely need to have your calculator in degrees, not radians, for this course. And once you get into Chapter 1, the very first link you'll see is a link for videos. This will help with the instruction. If you click on the videos link, you'll see Chapter 1 here, and you can click on the lecture videos to view those. It does work best in Firefox, the browser Firefox. You can, of course, change the chapter later on when you get to other videos. If you take a look at the homework, first, let me also say that you need to pick up a textbook, call the eSchools office to arrange that. You will need the instruction inside each of these sections so you know how to do the homework also. Once you're ready to do the homework, you click on the homework link. Please note that homework isn't graded, but of course in order to be successful in the course, I strongly suggest you try as many problems to make you feel comfortable. If you need more practice, you can try more of that particular problem. Just to note, the Practice It and the Master It columns are actually labeled backwards. You'll notice that there are less in this column. Those are actually the mastering standards, so they're going to be more difficult. The Practice It standards would be excellent to start with. And if you actually click on the link here, you're going to want to wait a few seconds. It does take a few seconds to show up, but eventually a problem will show up. And it says find the complement of 68. Remember, complements add to 90 degrees. So you would come down here and you would type in your answer. Try 22 and hit submit. And then over here, notice you have your feedback. Good, you are correct. Okay, you can click next. You can click on the 2 to see your next problem. If you want to view the steps, it will actually help you through the problem. And you can go ahead and answer it yourself, or you can go to the next problem. So you do have multiple problems to try. Okay, so if you go back into the homework, you can try another problem, and again, you want to give it a few moments to see that it shows up. Okay. We've got 2 problems to choose from here. You can also use the back button so it doesn't take you all the way back to the homework section. And let me show you one of the Master It. Again, they're labeled incorrectly. What the Master It function looks like. It gives you a question, and then it allows you to enter an answer. And this is a lot of the features that the quiz has to help you answer the questions. Okay. You'll note some of these features here. Let's say we wanted to answer this question, give the complement and the supplement of 60 degrees. So you're answering 2 different questions. It says enter the complementary angle first, followed by the supplementary angle, and separate the 2 with the comma. So complementary angles, again, add to 90 degrees. So you'd have 30 first, a comma, and then supplementary angles add to 180. So you'd have 120. And then you enter answer. And it says you have successfully completed this problem. You can try another. You can go back out and do some other problems. You can see the solution automatically. Okay, and it's going to walk you through each step. You can work through the steps and enter each step in progression instead of doing it all at once. And some of the features over here, you'll notice that if I do 5 times something, that allows you to enter in an expression. The same goes with division. Then you also have the option of an exponent here. So if you wanted to do x squared, you'd put the x there and a squared here. You can also use this to show exponents this way, of course. If you want to completely erase what you have and put no solution, that's what this big X means. If you want to undo something, you can undo something. If you want to redo something, you can do that. You can trash it and start all over. So again, the X is no solution. The trash is get rid of it altogether. This little function here is for fractions. So if you wanted to do 1/2, you do 1/2. And again, if I want to start over, trash it. This is the square root. So the square root of 5 would look like this. You can put more than one thing under there. If you are done with your square root, you want to hit the arrow key or space to move it. And then you have more functions up at the top. Again, backspace works too. You don't have to just use the trash. You have all of these functions here if you need to use them, your absolute value bars. You have all of your symbols here. Other functions, theta is used often, different symbols, pi, Greek letters. More functions here, probably won't use these quite as much. Some different set notation, ways to order interordered pairs. Matrices, again, you probably won't use those too much. You will use, obviously, the trig functions often, and you're probably not going to get into any calculus. So you've got all of these functions up here also. So these are all the different functions, and sometimes you'll have the animate option too. So look for that, and that may help you through your homework. I'm going to go back to the original page here. There is a homework section for each section in the book. I strongly suggest you read through the book section, maybe take some notes in a spiral notebook, then watch the video. Again, you want to do that in Firefox. I would suggest doing all of this in Firefox to work correctly. Once you see the instruction, then you go ahead and click on the homework and try as many practice problems as you would like to feel comfortable with the material. And then you're going to move on to the quiz. Remember, homework's not graded, so you do as much as you need to feel comfortable, and the quiz is where we actually assess that you are ready for the material. So the next video is going to show you some of the intricacies of the quiz. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to click on Message Your Teacher, and I'll be happy to help you through. Thanks very much, and I look forward to working with you this semester.